Hi and welcome to another edition of The Wrap. I'm Adam Westgate and today we're going to be talking about the latest season of Better Call Saul. Now I'm a huge fan of the show. I've actually said before that I've preferred it to Breaking Bad. I do like Breaking Bad, but we're going to talk about the latest season with Jimmy McGill, Saul Goodman, wherever he wants to be in the series. So if you haven't seen the latest series or any of the previous series, I'm going to be talking about it like with spoilers, so don't watch, we've got spoilers. Now, let's talk about Better Call Saul. Once again, turn off if you don't want to know. So, in the latest season, we saw at the start that Jimmy McGill had changed his name finally to Saul Goodman. Saul Goodman, yeah, we learned that origin in the last season, but he's now officially Saul Goodman. That's what he's practicing as. So we've seen the start of the transformation. Not really transformed before, but really him. And I actually thought at first, like before the season came out, this was going to be the last season. So when I found out I wasn't, that changed my expectation going into this season. So in this, you think you're going to see the transformation of Jimmy, perhaps some like stuff with Mike, that he'll sort of transform, but then it's hard to see with Mike because Mike is Mike. He's always been Mike. He just started out doing the parking lot, you know, doing the tickets. So, but he was still Mike. You know, that's just Mike. But it's really, this season, one of the things I like about it is obviously Lalo is important as the big bad, as we see at the end when he does survive and he's going to go into the next season. He got distrustworthy anyway as it went on, but Lalo is important. But really I'd say the main transformation in this is first of all Kim. She absolutely is the big transformation, and I would say the big winner coming out of this season. And then you obviously got Nacho Varga, who is a bit like Mike in that he's Nacho and that's the end of it, because he's just Nacho and he's just like, oh, he does the same sort of lack of facial expressions and lack of lust for life that he always had. But also Kim was kind of a blank canvas, so it was easier to do than necessarily Nacho or Mike or whoever. Like Jimmy was easy, but because he's mad and eccentric and Jimmy McGill, Slippin' Jimmy. So you really go through all these sort of like twists and turns, and obviously one of the big moments in the season is the getting his $100,000, you know, getting the $7 million to get Lalo off of being in jail, you know, on bond, on parole. So yeah, he's just trying to get him, you know, so he can get to Mexico. But he goes in the desert, he gets hacked at. But really, it's about, and I really like this because this is the thing with war, although it's kind of war because the cartel is. But it's really about Kim being the one at home with that, and also her going through the thing of seeing him become Saul Goodman, essentially the really good version of Slippin' Jimmy. He's the more effective version, but he's still damaged and broken, and he's still a little bit tepid about what he's doing, because in Breaking Bad, he knows who he is, he knows who Saul Goodman is, or he's just got a better front. Either way, he's not the main character there. It could be a front in that series, but we'll probably find that out by the way that he goes into Breaking Bad from Better Call Saul. So, Kim is the one left at home. Kim's the one seeing this transformation. Kim's the one doing the normal life stuff. And it's like, what are you doing? You're lying to me, you're doing this, you're doing that. But it's really the fact that she sees him do all these things and has these problems with Mesa Verde, and she sees him do his dodgy practices with the old man who won't move, and she's annoyed that he goes in and does the thing at the meeting with her company and then kind of wrecks it for her without telling her, which breaks her trust. And so Kim's like, oh, what are we going to do? You know, we break up or we get married. It reminds me of like Jeremy Kyle or Jerry Springer going, oh, well, you know, the relationship's failed, but we'll have a baby, that'll sort it. No, it doesn't work. It's worked so far for him, but I don't think long term it's going to work, as we all know. So she says, let's get married. They get married. We find out it's so that she can't testify against him. But there's the love there as well, and she loves him, and we see that when he's going through the desert with Mike, who saves his life. And she's the one at home worrying sick. So when he gets back, she pampers him. She even has that moment, that great moment where she says, I know you're lying to me. But he pretty much knows at this point he can get away with anything lying-wise, and Kim will stay with him, which is a real moment when she basically just goes, look, no poker face, I know you're lying, I love you. And it's just a powerful moment, and it's built up, because you think she's going to leave him for it, but the poker face goes down. Not that she's got a great poker face. You have the stuff with Howard, obviously, the comedic stuff where he throws the bowling balls over, gets the escorts, prostitutes, whatever you want to call them, in to ruin him. And Kim, her relationship with Howard is ruined. Not that it was like the most important thing to her, but it pushes her towards Jimmy. And in the end, She stands up for him against Lalo. She knows really he's probably lying, but she stands up for him in a really, really bad situation when Lalo's threatening them. And the Salamancas are not exactly really nice people to be messing with. Not that she knows that. She just knows he has a gun and he's dangerous. But still, she probably does have an inkling the Salamancas are really, really, really dangerous people. So she sticks up for him. She stops Mike from needing to protect him. Jimmy's going, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm in with the cartel. I'm a friend of the cartel. And she's like, okay, this is a one-time thing. This is cool. I love you. And then she talks about, in the end, about screwing Howard over, which means she's going and becoming Slippin' Kim. And that's when Jimmy realises, well, just before she tells him that, but he realises in the last episode, I'm bad for you. I'm an enabler. I spoke about this on BoJack Horseman, if any of you watched this, and he's an enabler, but he never wants to come to terms with it. And the point is, Jimmy's coming to terms that he's becoming an enabler for Kim's bad side. She's left her big company, gone in on her own, which in fairness is a decision that she wanted to do for her own sake, but she's making these decisions that are worrying him. I think that one's probably actually right for her, because in her heart, she wants to help people. But she's also wanted to screw people over now. This is only going in a bad direction. What direction it goes in, I now don't know, which is great that I don't know, because it's just such a fun adventure. I'd give this series a 9 out of 10 for throwing you this way, that way, forwards and backwards, over the Irish Sea, whatever, you know, it's just a lot of fun. So I can't wait for the next season. I wish it's going to be forever away. Probably Witcher sort of level time away with all that's going on. But I hope you enjoyed it at home whilst obviously we're all in lockdown, whilst having the problems. I'd give it a 9 out of 10, as I said. I implore you to watch Better Call Saul. It is a great, well-paced, it's just a great, well-paced lawyer series that isn't actually has that many court cases, which is weird. So it's not like plodding. So watch it. I'd recommend it. I've been Adam Westgate. Thank you very much. See you next time.